I gotta go to the freaking, oh, I gotta go to the passport office. My passport expires in like 3 months. So in order to get it in time, my ass gotta go to the passport office. Why don't you just do it by mail? What if they don't get it in time, you know? I was kind of losing it. I figured I did it in an appropriate time frame because it doesn't expire for almost 3 months. They said you can just print out the forms and sign the forms and then take it to our office with an appointment. And I said, okay, when's the next appointment? Every single one was like the day my passport expires. I was like, they got this shit booked up for 3 months to renew the passport? Is it possible that our country is just broken? Or maybe like the whole continent is broken? I feel like things, ever since the pandemic, things are not working the way they were built to work, which was obviously idealistic, but not even working like even close to the level that was already bad that they were working at in like 2019. Feels like the services ain't servicing anymore. Well, that's not true. The mail keeps coming. Kind of makes you wonder what they're doing with the taxes. Listen, can we have a serious discussion? I'm not anti-tax. I need someone to explain to me how the country runs a deficit every year. So just, obviously something's wrong with my logic. Explain to me how this happens. Let's say person A makes $100. Immediately, $52 of that goes for income tax. We're saying person A is in the top tax bracket. With the remaining $48, you buy something, you pay 14% sales tax on it. That's like another, I don't know, like $7 that goes to the government. And then the person that you bought the shit from pays business tax on the $42 that they received. So it's like another $4 or something that goes to the government. And then when they take it as income, they pay like another half of that to the government, which takes them down to like $12. And then when they buy something, they pay 14% tax on it. That's like another 94 cents that goes to the government. And then the person who got the 94 cents has to pay business tax on that. And then when they take it as salary, they got to give 50% to the government. And then when they buy something, it's... So there, listen, I haven't followed the numbers here, okay? But I feel like for every $100 printed on planet Earth, or at least in Canada, they make like $1 million in tax, which is great. That seems like a financial innovation to me. That with one little piece of paper, all of a sudden we're generating like value throughout the system that can fund your hospitals and your roads and stuff like that. But like it's an infinite money glitch. Where are you getting that there's extra money? Because then the government takes the money and then they give it to you, and then you spend the money and you give it to them, and the person you spend it to gives it to them. They take they're like, we got $100 million, we're gonna build a hospital, and then all the people that are building the hospital get a paycheck, and then they go not so fast, and they take a little bit back, and then the people that got the paycheck cash it, and then they buy something, and the person they bought it from has to pay them some tax. It's crazy, man. As far as I'm concerned, every $1 printed into the economy actually gets force multiplied. Like if you've got if you look at a $1 bill and it was printed in 1980, that has actually paid for like an entire fighter jet. That $1 printed has been taxed up to like 132 million times, which is, again, is great. Maybe not the fighter jets, but is great. But why are we broke, man? It doesn't make any sense. We need to make a self-sustaining economy like Dave and Buster's. That's what I'm saying, I think. D.L. Guiga, are you still here? Back me up on this. If I buy bread from you for $1 and then you turn around and buy shoes from me for $1, did we double the money? No. But we did get taxed twice. So in the government's eyes, they doubled the money. You did double the GDP. That's true. The economy's kind of crazy when you think about it. Yeah, the money keeps moving, dude. It's like a washing machine of money, but not money laundering. It's two different things. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's crazy. I thought I was just buying, you know, a pack of gum or something like that at the grocery store. But instead, I'm just the newest link in a chain that goes back to fucking Cicero or something like that. Like every ducat that King Henry VIII printed, how many livres did that generate for the French crown? That's why when everyone saves, total savings go down because the money ain't schmovin'. So you're saying that buying things is basically like a heroic action. Like the best thing that you can do for your country is purchase something, especially if you buy it off something who's then going to buy something else. If you buy something from someone and then they just bury the money in their yard, that's treason. But if you buy it from somebody and then if you buy baklava, and then the baklava guy goes out and is like, I'm trading 4 baklavas for a t-shirt, and then the t-shirt guy is like, I'm full on t-shirts, but I need socks, and he goes and buys a 12 packs of socks. That's how we keep this show on the road, because it's like the same, you know, $10 that's getting passed around. That just gave like 8 people jobs. They can support their families and pay their rent. That doesn't make any sense, man, but it must be. Yeah, if you buy a Counter-Strike skin and you use it in the game, you're killing the economy. Although I basically assume anytime you buy a Counter-Strike skin, you've made a wound in America, because you're taking your money from America. You are giving Valve 30%, but they're based in Luxembourg. Gaben probably spends some of the money in Washington State, though. And then inevitably you're buying it from someone who lives in Vilnius. So it's good. It's, you know, it's the velocity of money is taking it to the Baltic states, but state tax applies. Who's going to tell them about Washington? You ever drive on a road in Washington? You can't forget that state doesn't have state income tax. I'm going to buy some stuff. I'll get like a cement or something before I pick up my daughter from daycare. I'm a hero.